In the vast and silent abyss of space, where the stars shine like sparkling diamonds in an infinite black cloak, lies a uniquely beautiful and mysterious world, Saturn. This gas giant, enveloped in dazzling rings that seem to dance around its equator, has fascinated humanity for centuries, from the first curious glances through rudimentary telescopes to modern space exploration. Contemplating Saturn, we are confronted with the grandeur and majesty of the cosmos, reminding us of our smallness in the face of the universe's vastness. Its rings, composed of ice and rock particles, shine like celestial jewels, a masterpiece of nature that challenges our imagination and invites us to dream of distant and unknown worlds. But Saturn is more than just a stunning sight in the night sky. It is a symbol of mystery and wonder, a reminder that there is still much to discover and explore in this infinite cosmos. Its moons, each with its own history and character, are silent witnesses to the secrets that still await revelation. And although Saturn may be billions of kilometers away, its influence is felt here on Earth in profound and inspiring ways. Its beauty has inspired artists, poets, and musicians for centuries, fueling our imagination and awakening in us a sense of awe and reverence for the unknown. Contemplating Saturn is to immerse ourselves in a world of infinite possibilities, an invitation to explore the mysteries of the universe and seek answers to the deepest questions of human existence. It is a reminder that, despite all our differences and challenges, we are all part of something greater and grander than we can imagine. Thus, when we gaze upon Saturn in the night sky, we are carried away by a sense of wonder and humility, reminding us of our connection to the cosmos and our role as explorers of this vast and infinite universe. And amidst the vastness of space, we find comfort and inspiration in Saturn's ethereal beauty, a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, there is always light and hope to be found. In the shimmering darkness of space, where the stars weave constellations of mystery and wonder, Saturn shines like a celestial jewel, a pearl suspended in the cosmic ether. Its rings, a unique and spectacular wonder, seem to dance around its equator, a symphony of light and shadow that defies human comprehension. And around this gas giant, a myriad of moons orbit, each telling its own story of formation and evolution, each a world unto itself, waiting to be explored and understood. The story of Saturn is the story of the universe, an epic saga of birth and death, of creation and destruction. Its rings, composed of billions of ice and dust particles, are the remnants of a bygone era, the remains of ancient moons shattered by cosmic forces beyond human imagination. And yet, despite their apparent fragility, they remain as silent witnesses to the grandeur of the universe, a reminder that even the most fragile things can have a lasting impact on the cosmos. But Saturn is more than just a visual spectacle in the night sky. It is a world of mystery and wonder, a natural laboratory where the secrets of the universe are revealed slowly over time. Its moons, each with its own history and unique characteristics, are targets of exploration and discovery, offering valuable insights into the origin and evolution of our solar system and beyond. And while space probes and telescopes provide us with impressive images and scientific data about Saturn, it is easy to forget the deep emotional connection that many of us feel toward this distant planet. From the first glimpses through primitive telescopes to the high-resolution images transmitted by robotic spacecraft, Saturn has captured our imagination and awakened in us a sense of wonder and reverence for the unknown. Contemplating Saturn is to dive into a world of endless possibilities, a reminder that we are only just beginning to unravel the mysteries of the universe. It is an invitation to explore the unknown and seek answers to the deepest questions of human existence. And as we marvel at Saturn's ethereal beauty, we are reminded of our own fragility and humility in the face of the vastness of the cosmos. Ultimately, Saturn is much more than just a distant planet in the night sky. It is a constant reminder of our connection to the universe and to each other. It is a source of inspiration and admiration, a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, there is always light and hope to be found. And as we gaze upon Saturn in the night sky, we are reminded that we are all in this journey through the cosmos together, exploring the mysteries of the universe and seeking our place within it. Atmospheric composition. Saturn's atmosphere is primarily composed of hydrogen and helium, with small amounts of methane, ammonia, water, and other elements. Massive size. Saturn is the second most massive planet in the solar system, with a mass approximately 95 times greater than that of Earth. Reduced gravity. Despite its large mass, the gravity on Saturn's surface is only about 91% of Earth's gravity, due to its size and low density. Long day. A day on Saturn lasts about 10.7 Earth hours, making it one of the shortest days among the planets in the solar system. Extensive rings. Saturn's famous rings are primarily composed of ice and rock particles, ranging in size from small grains to pieces the size of a building. Number of rings. Saturn has 7 main ring groups, each composed of numerous individual bands. Cassini division. The Cassini division is a notable gap in Saturn's rings, discovered by astronomer Giovanni Cassini in 1675. Abundant moons. Saturn has at least 82 confirmed moons, including Titan, the largest one, and Enceladus, known for its water geysers. Active atmosphere. Like Jupiter, Saturn has an active atmosphere, with powerful storms and complex weather patterns. Polar hexagon. Saturn's north pole has a unique hexagonal structure, a hexagon-shaped cloud pattern that intrigues scientists. Auroras. Saturn also has auroras, generated by its magnetic field and interactions with charged particles from the solar wind. Atmospheric storms. Large storms, like the Great White Spot, can form in Saturn's atmosphere and persist for months or even years. Climate cycles. Saturn experiences seasonal changes in its climate due to the tilt of its axis relative to the plane of its orbit. Peculiar magnetosphere. Saturn's magnetosphere is unusual due to its interaction with the Moon Enceladus, which emits water and gas plumes. Seismic tremors. Recent studies suggest that Saturn may experience seismic tremors caused by the gravitational action of its moons. Low density. Despite its mass, Saturn is the least dense planet in the solar system, with an average density lower than that of water. Flattened shape. Due to its rapid rotation, Saturn has a slightly flattened shape at the poles and bulging at the equator. Different ring tones. Saturn's rings display a variety of colors, including shades of gray, brown, and red, depending on the composition of the particles. Material sources. Besides the rings, Saturn also has material sources on its moons, such as ice jets on Enceladus and ice volcanoes on Titan. Excess heat. Saturn emits more energy than it receives from the Sun, due to the energy released by gravitational compression in its interior. Lunar phases. Saturn's moons also go through phases, similar to the Moon's phases on Earth, as they orbit the planet. Orbital resonances. Many of Saturn's moons are in orbital resonance with each other, meaning their orbits are synchronized in a specific way. Space exploration. The Cassini-Huygens mission, launched in 1997, studied Saturn and its moons for over 13 years, providing a wealth of data and images. Ring composition. Saturn's rings are primarily composed of frozen water, but also contain traces of organic compounds and rocky materials. Shepherd moon effect. Some of Saturn's moons, known as shepherd moons, help maintain the shape and stability of the rings through their gravitational interactions. Inclined magnetic field. Saturn's magnetic field is tilted relative to its rotation axis, making it unique among the planets in the solar system. Transient rings. In addition to the main rings, Saturn also has transient rings, which can arise and disappear over time due to gravitational interactions with moons or meteoroid collisions. Observational history. Saturn has been observed and studied by ancient civilizations for thousands of years, with records of their observations dating back to prehistoric times. Atmospheric layers. Saturn's atmosphere is divided into several distinct layers, including a visible cloud layer and a deep hydrogen atmosphere. Origin of rings. The exact origin of Saturn's rings is still not fully understood, but they likely formed from moons shattered by comet impacts or asteroid collisions. Atmospheric waves. Saturn displays atmospheric wave patterns similar to those observed on Jupiter, including jet streams and swirling storm patterns. Stellar scintillation. Saturn's atmosphere can cause stellar scintillation, distorting the light from stars as they pass behind the planet, a phenomenon observed by astronomers. Ring density. Despite their dense appearance, most of Saturn's rings are incredibly thin, with only a few meters thick on average. Variable ring sizes. Saturn's rings vary in width, with some being much wider than others, and many displaying complex structures and intricate patterns. Coorbital satellites. Saturn has pairs of coorbital moons, which share similar orbits and are in a delicate gravitational balance. Meteoroids in rings. In addition to ice particles, Saturn's rings also contain a large number of small meteoroids, which collide with each other and with the planet's moons. Gas ejection. The Moon Enceladus ejects large amounts of water and gas from its surface, forming a thin atmosphere around Saturn and fueling the planet's rings. Invisible rings. In addition to the visible rings, Saturn also has fainter, harder to detect rings, which have only been revealed by modern space probes. Future exploration. Future space missions, such as NASA's Dragonfly mission, plan to further explore Saturn's moons, including Titan, in search of signs of extraterrestrial life. Transparent rings. Some of Saturn's rings are so thin that they are practically transparent when viewed from certain angles, creating beautiful light effects. Moon discoveries. Saturn's moons continue to be discovered regularly, with new moons being identified by telescopes and space missions. Comet impacts. Many of the holes and marks on Saturn's moons are believed to have been caused by comet and asteroid impacts over billions of years. Tidal heating. Tidal heating caused by Saturn's gravitational forces and its moons can create geological activity on some of the planet's moons. Discovery of Cordelia and Ophelia. The moons Cordelia and Ophelia, discovered in 1986 by the Voyager 2 spacecraft, orbit within Saturn's E-ring. Darkness patterns. Some of Saturn's rings exhibit patterns of darkness and brightness that change over time, possibly due to interactions with nearby moons. Atmospheric nebulousness. Saturn has a nebulous atmosphere, with clouds of varying altitudes and compositions, including ammonia and methane clouds. Inclined rings. Saturn's rings are not perfectly aligned with its equator but are inclined relative to it, making them visible from different angles along its orbit. Name origin. Saturn was named after the Roman god of agriculture, whose Greek equivalent is Cronus, the father of the Olympian gods. Population density. Due to its extremely low density, it would be possible to float on the surface of Saturn if there were a platform large enough to support a person's weight. Cultural inspiration. Saturn has inspired artists, writers, and musicians throughout history, appearing in works of science fiction, poetry, painting, and music as a symbol of cosmic beauty and mystery.